Welcome back, guys. I wanted to go over Sig Sauer's new P365 SAS. If you have a P365, you know it's a fabulous gun. You have the ability to hold 10 rounds in a really tiny package that most of the other 9mm out there in this size only hold about 6 to 7 rounds. This one holds 10, even up to 12 in a real subcompact package. And Sig just also came out with a 15-round mag, but the 15-round mag is a little longer, and we'll go over that in a second. But this is Sig Sauer's new P365 SAS. And first of all, I'm happy to say it comes in a nice little tiny box. This is the Sig Sauer's original P365 box, and this is their new P365 box. It's just considerably smaller, which is pretty good. Sig Sauer's kind of always been known for having monster-sized boxes, but this one is actually a nice size box. Comes with all the regular stuff you get: the owner's manual, a couple magazines. With the P365 SAS, just like the original P365, you get 2 magazines. You get a flush fit 10-rounder and one with a little pinky extension 10-rounder. Now, for the sake of comparison, I'm also gonna show you guys the original P365. And that one, of course, comes with the same flush fit mag, as well as a 12-round mag. Now let's go over the differences, first of all, between the original P365 and the new 365 SAS. The most notable difference is the sighting system. You went from 3-dot tritium night sights to no front sight and a flush fitting rear sight. The rear sight is what they call FT bullseye fiber tritium sight. Now, I don't know if I can get this on video here, but it's got that fiber optic and it just kind of glows in there. And how you sight this in, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a ring. And once that dot is right in the middle of the ring, you're perfectly aligned for precision work. If you're going to do quick work, just bring it up quickly, and as soon as you get that dot on your target, pull the trigger. Don't bother looking for the tiny little ring to get it exact. Is how they do it. Now, this is also tritium. So it's got the fiber optic to glow real bright in the day, and it's got tritium to glow bright at night. The best thing about it is in taking off that front sight, basically taking off the rear sight, they added to their SAS, or their Sig anti-snag treatment. The things they did, they do what they call slide melting. And what the slide melting is they kind of round off the corners. See if you can see those. They round off the corners so it doesn't snag on the front, on the back, on the sides. They round it all off so it doesn't snag there. Dimensions wise, it's going to be shorter from the top to the bottom because you don't have sights. But other than that, it's the exact same pistol. It takes the exact same magazines and fits in the exact same holsters, which is a good thing. So right off the bat, you have the slide that changed. The slide is that melted Sig anti-snag. Now also, it's ported now. So you have porting in the slide and in the barrel. So you can see that. And they claim that it reduces muzzle flip 30% with that porting. The other change that I've noticed is that the controls that are normally on the side are flat now. So they don't stick out at all. where before they stuck out a little, and it's not much, I don't know what it is, 1/4 of an inch or whatever, but in sticking with their anti-snag, they made them flush fitting. So this still is a slide stop, but they say you can't release the slide, and honestly you can still push it down then release it, but it's tight, it's fitting flush there. And then your takedown lever is over here now, so you'd have to turn that with something, with a coin or with a brass casing or something to take this down, and then of course your slide. So now typically when you load a fresh magazine, you would just slingshot it closed instead of trying to fumble with a lever there. Again, it does come with the 2 flush fit magazines. Well, 1 flush fit and 1 with the pinky extension, so you have the 2 10-rounders. Sig also has this 12-round magazine available. See if I can get these all in the picture here. So you have the 10 with the pinky extension, the 12-round, and they also have this 15-round magazine available too. And I'll put them down over here so you can kind of get a look at them, just to see the size differences. Make them sit flat. Just so you can kind of see the size differences. This one's got a weird angle, so you can't really tell the height, but of course they go from smaller to bigger. The flush fitting, the 10-round with the pink extension, the 12-round, and the 15-round. Carrying these, the flush fitting is nice. It makes the gun real slim from top to bottom. If you're worried about printing, the 10-round with the extension is just long enough to give your pinky something to grab on. I have pretty big to normal size hands, but without it, your pinky has nothing to grab on there. That gives your pinky something to grab on if you need it. This gun, even in the non-ported configuration, doesn't recoil a lot. It's not a big recoiling gun, so even without it, I don't mind it. In my opinion, if I'm going to put an extension on there, I'd rather have 2 more rounds. From top to bottom, it's that much bigger. For an extra 2 rounds, yeah, I'll take the extra 2 rounds. With the 12-round magazine, it's perfect. And with the 15-round magazine, in my opinion, it's kind of obnoxious. Not only does it look kind of silly, but it's just a big giant magazine, and it's good as a backup magazine. If you're going to carry an extra backup mag, by all means carry a 15-round mag in your subcompact pistol. But other than that, I don't think I'd carry it like this, to be honest. The whole point of these subcompact pistols is that you don't have something that prints, and that size from the top to the bottom of the magazine is what makes it print or not print. Now, I haven't shot this gun yet. I'm going to do a range review of this. But everything I've looked at about it, I mean, I like it. Oh, one of the other things I wanted to point out, this is my Sig 365 holster that I EDC. And this fits in perfectly. So your existing holsters you have, if you plan to upgrade, your existing holsters are fit, your existing magazines will work, everything works with it, which is definitely a good selling point. As far as the anti-snag goes, and I'll show you, you can put this thing back down with that. It's hard, but you can do it. But as far as the anti-snag goes, we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's just designed to be anti-snag, and it feels, of course it feels a lot smoother. You don't have those front sights and you have the rounded edges. Supposedly it's a more accurate gun, and honestly with the original P365 I get incredible accuracy. That's why I choose to carry this. I get accuracy like a full-size gun, all the way out to about 15 yards. I can put holes in holes, and I think I posted another review of this gun in one of the earlier videos. And if not, I'm going to do a review of the two of them together. That'll be the next video. But this is an incredibly accurate gun, so if this is as accurate, then this is just a winner. They came out with that P365 XL, which I didn't like. I went and handled it. I didn't like it because it's bigger. The whole point of this gun, in my opinion, was the size. That it's smaller than the Glock 43, carries more rounds than the Glock 43, reliable, accurate, just a great gun. It was, in my opinion, just a hard to beat gun. And of course the gun that would beat it is the same company that comes out with the upgraded version. And that's the thing about Sig. They always get a little bit better. They're like the Apple of gun companies. They get a little better, a little more features, and making you want to come back and buy more every year. But in either case, this one has served me well. The original P365, it's my everyday carry gun, and I'm gonna run this through the ringer and put a few hundred rounds through it. And if it's anything like its older brother, then this is gonna be the original. This is gonna be the EDC. This is gonna be the everyday carry gun. I absolutely love the sighting system. It's just phenomenal, and it's really conducive to two eyes open shooting. It just really catches your eye. One of the things, the problem I have with two eye open shooting, which I do, I shoot two eyes open, but with your two eyes open shooting, when you bring up your gun, sometimes your non-dominant eye wants to pick up that front sight, and so I have to kind of focus more on my dominant eye, which takes just a split second. But with something like this, there's nothing that, you got one eye looking this way and one eye looking this way. With this, you don't have that. You bring it up and one eye catches it, and there's nothing else to distract the other eye. So I honestly think it'll be a faster gun to acquire. And having said that, if you look at it, where you look at your sight picture between this and this, it's a lower bore axis because you're looking at a lower sight picture. So that should increase accuracy at more distance. But we'll see. I'm gonna run this through the ringers. We'll take a look. And in the meantime, thank you and God bless.